Have you ever wondered the exact moment when people actually become millionaires? Not the viral YouTubers, not the lottery winners, not the crypto lucky shots. Real millionaires. The quiet ones, who never flash it but always seem to be free. Is it 25, 35, 40? Because if you scroll through social media, you'd think everyone's rich by 30. Private jets, designer watches, beachfront offices. It looks like you're the only one still trying to figure it out. But here's the truth. Most millionaires don't make it young. They make it consistent. The average self-made millionaire doesn't hit 7 figures at 25. Not 30. Not even 40. It's 49 years old. 49. Let that sink in. The dream isn't broken. It's just slower than the internet wants you to believe. The illusion of overnight wealth. Social media sells you speed because patience doesn't go viral. You see the highlight reel, the exits, the Lamborghinis, the "I retired at 28." But what you don't see is the 20 years of boring discipline behind every real success story. The difference between you and the millionaire next door isn't luck. It's time, consistency, and an unwillingness to quit when the results look invisible. Because wealth isn't a sprint, it's compound interest wearing camouflage. Why most people never make it. Everyone wants to be rich. Few want to do what rich people actually do. Here's the pattern. They start strong, get bored, chase something shiny, start over, repeat. Meanwhile, the quiet investor keeps buying index funds, paying themselves first, avoiding lifestyle creep. And the math slowly turns them into a millionaire no miracle. No mentor, just math. You can't hack compounding. You can only feed it or starve it. And most people starve it. Not because they don't know how to save, but because they can't stand waiting for the reward. The math nobody teaches. Let's run the numbers. Invest $500 a month at a modest 8% return. You'll have about $1 million in 35 years. Start at 25, millionaire by 60. Start at 30, millionaire by 65. Start at 40, you'll need $1,200 a month. Start at 50, $3,000 a month. The earlier you start, the easier the math. That's why the most powerful factor in wealth isn't income, it's time in the market. Money grows like a snowball, but only if you start rolling it before the hill flattens. The patience gap. Everyone wants to know how much to invest. Nobody asks how long they're willing to wait. Because the truth is, patience multiplies money faster than intelligence ever could. Even average investors get rich when they're consistent. Brilliant investors go broke when they chase timing. Think about it. The person who invests through every market dip ends up richer than the one who waits for the right time. Because the right time never announces itself. Wealth favors the patient, not the perfect. The psychology of millionaires. When researchers study millionaires, they don't find secret formulas. They find predictable habits. They spend less than they earn, avoid bad debt, invest automatically, ignore hype, think decades ahead. And here's the kicker. Most of them are boring. No flexing, no drama, no risky bets. Just quiet repetition. The same actions that make you yawn today will make you wealthy tomorrow. Because the boring path compounds. The exciting path collapses. Why time beats talent? If you start investing early, you can be average and still win. If you start late, you have to be exceptional just to catch up. Example, Anna invests $500 a month from 25 to 35, then stops completely. Ben waits until 35 and invests $500 a month until 65. Who ends up richer? Anna, the one who invested less money for fewer years, because her money had more time to grow. That's the unfair advantage time gives you, and the price procrastination makes you pay. The real meaning of $1 million. $1 million isn't what it used to be, and yet It still means freedom, not yachts and mansions, but the ability to wake up and choose. Because the goal isn't to look rich, it's to be free. And freedom doesn't come from income, it comes from assets that earn while you sleep. That's why hitting $1 million isn't just about the number, it's about the identity you build to get there. Once you become the kind of person who earns, saves, invests, and protects money, the money never leaves for long. Wealth is built by character before it's measured by cash. The quiet years. Every millionaire goes through the invisible phase. Years where the bank balance barely moves, where the sacrifices don't show, where it feels like everyone else is getting ahead. That's the test, because compounding is cruel at the start and generous at the end. The first 10 years feel like nothing, then the next 10 feel unstoppable. That's why patience looks like faith. You believe before the numbers prove you right. And that's the secret most people never learn. Comparison is the killer. The biggest reason people quit isn't hardship, it's comparison. You see others doing better, faster, younger, and you start to think you're behind. But wealth has no finish line, only consistency checkpoints. Every person who made it had seasons of doubt, fear, and boredom. The difference is, they stayed in the game. Because wealth doesn't reward the smartest player. It rewards the longest one. So, now you know the truth. Most people hit $1 million around age 49. But here's the question that really matters. When will you hit it? Because that number isn't destiny, it's a decision. You can't control the markets, you can't control the economy, but you can control what you do with every paycheck. And those decisions compound into something extraordinary. Let's find your timeline. The millionaire timeline. There are 3 factors that determine when you'll hit $1 million. 1. How early you start. 2. How much you invest. 3. How consistent you stay. That's it. Here's the math in simple terms. If you invest $500 a month at 8% annual return, you'll hit $1 million in about 35 years. Start at 25, millionaire by 60. Start at 30, 65. Start at 35, 70, but double it to $1,000 a month. You shave off a decade, add a small raise every year, say 5%, and suddenly the timeline shrinks again. The point is, the numbers bend when consistency doesn't. You can't control the market, but you can control momentum. And momentum, not magic, is how millionaires are made. The compound effect. Nobody believes in until it's too late. Compounding doesn't feel fair. It rewards the patient and punishes the impulsive. It's why most people give up in the middle, right before it starts working. Think of compounding like planting an oak tree. For the first few years, nothing happens. You water it, protect it, and wait. Then one day, it explodes with growth. Unstoppable, unshakable, undeniable. That's your wealth curve. The first decade feels invisible. The second starts to accelerate. The third changes your life. But most people quit in the first decade because they mistake slow progress for no progress. Don't. Because once the curve turns, it never stops. The 5 habits that fast track 1 million. Let's strip it down to what really works. Forget secrets. Forget fads. Forget crypto to the moon. These are the habits real millionaires live by. 1. Automate success. You can't build wealth on willpower. If you have to choose to save, you won't. Automation turns discipline into default. Every payday, before you spend $1, move money to investments. Automatically, no emotion, no excuses. Because consistency beats intensity. Every single time too. Grow your income, not just your effort. You can't cut your way to wealth forever. At some point, you have to grow the pie. Millionaires don't chase side hustles. They build skills that make them irreplaceable. They know the best investment they can make isn't in the market, it's in themselves. A skill that adds $10,000 to your annual income can shave 5 years off your millionaire timeline. The world pays for value, so become more valuable. 3. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Every time your income rises, you face a choice. Upgrade your lifestyle or upgrade your future. Most people choose the car, the vacation, the you deserve it purchase. The rich choose assets. They lock in their savings rate before they let their spending rise, because every raise is an opportunity to buy freedom faster. 4. Protect your downside. Wealth isn't built by how much you make. It's preserved by how little you lose. The rich aren't obsessed with risk because they're scared. They're obsessed because they understand math. Lose 50%, and you need 100% to break even. That's why they diversify. That's why they stay patient. That's why they never bet everything on one trade, one trend, or one hot tip. They'd rather be consistently right than occasionally spectacular 5. Think in decades. Most people think in weekends. Millionaires think in decades. They don't ask, what will this make me tomorrow? They ask, what will this build in 10 years? Because time either compounds your distractions or your discipline, and whichever you choose wins. The emotional journey of wealth. Nobody talks about the feelings that come with building wealth. The frustration, the doubt, the boredom, the years when you do everything right and still feel like nothing's working. That's normal. That's the price of compound growth. Every future millionaire goes through it. The years where they feel stuck, while everyone else seems ahead. But the moment you push through that wall, something clicks. Your money starts making more than you do. And that's when freedom begins, why age doesn't matter. Discipline does. Maybe you're 20, maybe you're 50. The formula doesn't change, just the timeline. If you're young, your weapon is time. If you're older, your weapon is focus. Because $1 million isn't a finish line. It's a byproduct of discipline, repeated long enough for the math to catch up. A 25-year-old with consistency will beat a 45-year-old with excuses every time. But a 45-year-old who starts today will beat a 25-year-old who never does. So wherever you are, start now. The illusion of enough. Here's the trap most people fall into. They hit a big milestone, $100,000, $250,000, and start coasting. They think, I've made it. And that's when progress dies. Because wealth isn't one decision. It's hundreds, made over decades. Millionaires don't stop playing defense when they start winning. They stay lean, stay learning, stay humble. That's why they stay rich when others lose it all. The curve. Nobody talks about. The journey to $1 million looks something like this. Years 1 to 5. Excitement, you're learning. You're hopeful. Years 6 to 10. Frustration. Growth feels slow. You question yourself. Years 11 to 20. Momentum. Compounding takes over. Years 21 to 30. Freedom. The system works on autopilot. If you quit in phase 2, you'll never see phase 4. That's why patience isn't just a virtue, it's a profit strategy. When $1 million actually arrives, it doesn't come with fireworks. No one hands you a trophy. It's just another day. Until you realize what it means. You're no longer trading time for survival. Your money works without you. You've built independence brick by brick. That's when you understand. It was never about the $1 million. It was about the person you had to become to earn it. The final truth. Most people hit $1 million between 47 and 57. But the people who understand time, the ones who automate, invest, and stay patient, hit it sooner. And when they do, they don't brag, they build, they keep going. Because they've learned the most important truth of all. Wealth doesn't make you free. Habits do. The closing challenge. So here's the question. Are you building your millionaire timeline right now, or are you still waiting for the right time? Because the right time never comes. Only lost time to start small. Stay consistent. Refuse to quit. Because the ones who hit 1 million aren't the lucky ones. They're the patient ones. And when your day finally comes, you'll realize the real reward wasn't the number in your account. It was the quiet power of knowing you built it, dollar by dollar, decision by decision, year after year. So maybe the question isn't, most people hit $1 million at this age. Maybe it's, when will you?